What is up, y'all? I'm back again with another poker session video. I'm sorry it took me so long to make another video since the last one, but the editing process just takes me a while, especially with me being a dealer and playing and then trying to find time to edit, which brings me to another point. I'm gonna try to make shorter videos and just highlight specific hands. I'm gonna just try to shorten it down to maybe 4 or 5 hands at the most, and just see how that works out for me, because I still want to put out the content. I still want to bring you guys videos, and I enjoy doing it. So I just want to create a process that works for me and to where I can still put out content. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's like a shorter version. It's kind of highlighting. I'm not including as many details as I did in all my past videos because I just want to cut down the editing time. But still, the action is shown, the action is there, so I'm still getting it in. Yeah, this session was at Elite Social Club that I played a little while back, so I hope y'all enjoy it. Check it out. Let me know, leave some comments, subscribe to my channel please if you haven't already. But yeah, check this out.
So surprisingly, I decided to play Texas Hold'em. The first hand I'm going to highlight is Jack 9 of Hearts. I limp in for $3. I believe there's 6 of us in the hand that go to a flop. Flop comes down 5 of clubs, 2 of spades, 2 of hearts. I hit nothing. We all check around. Next card is a King of Hearts. So that gives me a flush draw. One player leads out for $15. I decide to call it, but then another player raises to $80. It folds around, and when it gets to me, I just don't see the value in me calling $80 just to hit a flush. So I let this one go. Okay, so next hand of interest is one of my favorites, King Queen. Even though it's offsuit, I still like King Queen. There's a raise of 15 pre-flop. Of course I'm going to get in there. 2 other players call, so we're 4-handed to the flop, which comes Queen of Hearts, 7 of clubs, and 7 of spades. Now with this flop I have top pair, and I'm not worried about a 7, but I don't know why I decided to check, but it checks around, and the river brings a 3 of spades, and I decided to put out a bet of $35. So I get one caller, and everybody else folds, and we go heads up to the river.
Heads up.
Now the river brings a 6 of diamonds, and I'm still not worried about anything, but I just still put out another small bet of $35. But before I can even finish getting my money out there, my opponent says all in. What the? I don't know what to do here. I mean, it's basically putting me all in if I call. Puts me in a tough spot, but I feel like I'm beat, so I let it go. Alright, so let's move on from that disaster. I look down at one of my other favorite hands, Jack 10. Jack of diamonds, 10 of clubs. There's a raise of 15 pre-flop, which seems to be the standard around here. And I believe that we're heads up to the flop, or maybe 3-handed. I can't remember. But the flop comes 3 of clubs, 2 of hearts, Jack of spades. So I flop top pair. I think about it for a second, and I decide to put out a bet of 15 on this flop. Nothing too big, and I get one caller. And then the turn brings a beautiful 10 of hearts. So I have top 2. But what's really crazy is my opponent decides to put out a bet of $35, which is music to my ears. So I immediately go all in because I think I only had a little bit over $100. Once I went all in, my opponent asked how much it was, and he decides to call. He asked me once or twice, and I said once. The river comes clean with a 7 of clubs, and I show. And he says it's good, so I win the pot. So shortly after that nice little double up, I looked down at 2 red 6s, and I had straddled the button for 6. So when the action gets back around to me, I decide to raise it up to 40. I honestly didn't expect to get any action. I thought I was going to take it down pre-flop. But what do you know, I get 3 callers, and we are 4-handed to the flop. The flop comes 10 of clubs, 9 of clubs, and 9 of spades. I'm thinking I'm pretty safe here, so when it does check around to me, I go ahead and go all in. I don't know if this was the right move, but I felt like I was ahead of everybody in the hand. And I got 2 folds and 1 person tanked for a while, and he decides to call.
I'm gonna need a brush.
All right, here we go.
Now, when I see this run out of Jack of Spades and King of Hearts, I immediately think I'm dead. I just show my hand, and he says I'm good. Oh my God. I win this pot with pocket 6s. Okay, so we got that one through. Now this next hand where I'm looking down at King 4 of Hearts, I did not record the pre-flop action. Possibly 3 or 4 players in the hand with maybe a $10 or $15 raise pre-flop. We go to the flop and I flop a flush draw. It checks around and I check too. Go to the turn and bink, I hit my heart, so I have a king high flush here. Checks around to me and I bet out $25. Surprisingly, I get 2 callers, which makes me think one of them has the ace of hearts, but we go 3-handed to the river. Are you freaking kidding me? A 8 of hearts, the board pairs, and another heart comes. So they check to me and I have no choice but to check. I show my hand and it's good, so I still win, but I can't bet here. One of them may have been slow playing an ace of hearts or a boat. But I take this one down. And this is where I'm almost about to wrap my session up. The last hand I played this hold'em table, I win this huge pot with ace high here. You can see how big this pot is. Get it on over here. So I wrap up my hold'em session, in for $450, out for a little over $600. And I decide to go to the bomb pot table because I'm a degenerate and that small win just wasn't enough for me. So let me give you guys the rundown. Basically, everybody puts in $5. It's kind of like an ante. And you get to see a flop. It's play like PLO, except for you get 5 cards instead of 4. Double board bomb pot. And this particular hand that I'm going to highlight, I have Queen Jack of Spades, 8 of clubs, 6 of diamonds, and 2 of hearts. Not that great of a hand, but okay. Wait, what do we have? Top 2 and the nuts at the bottom? Not to mention a queen high flush draw to go along with the nuts at the bottom. When the action gets to me, I put out a small bet of $10 just to kind of see where I'm at. I get 2 callers, and my good friend Dez puts out a raise of $50. Now, previous to this, we had already discussed him being in the vlog. He said he wanted to be in the vlog, and I said the only way that you can be in the vlog, Dez, is if I get to stack you. Now, of course, I was kidding. But let's see if we can make this a reality. Someone calls his 50, and I tank a little while, and I decide to go ahead and pot it. I have too strong of a hand to play around and just call the 50. I pot it. I get snap call for less by my good friend Haven to my left. Wonder what he has.
Man, what the hell? What the fuck?
Well, this was the moment.
You said you wanted to be on the vlog, then.
Yeah, but I don't want you to stack me, fool. That's what I said. I don't want you to stack me.
Yeah.
Man,
You
she
said you
manifested it too. She was
You
like,
said you wanted to be on the vlog, then.
So I don't want you to stack me.
Yeah.
That's
This what we
what I
got
did.
going on right here,
hey, put the AirPods in there.
and this what we got going
Hell
on.
no, I don't want these, nigga.
Right.
Out of all you
This
motherfuckers,
is
I
a
want
bomb
this.
pot. This is a
You
5-card double board bomb pot.
Right? I swear I did the same thing, bro, when that rap was going on.
Like, what do I do with this hand?
I mean, table 11, C3.
What do I do with this?
Fucking get more money and hope they have more money.
I
Do
mean,
you have nut?
I have nut and top 2.
You got 2 nuts.
I have nut and top 2.
Man, you how did it with that?
I got the nuts in top 2.
What's
You
the
put
nuts?
50 out there. What's the nuts at the bottom?
Set of queens and
No.
8-6.
8-6. I got 8-6 and top 2.
So you better fade a spade then. And you gotta fade.
I'm blocking 2 spades.
10 more, Kelly.
10 more?
Yeah.
You got 8-6.
Of course I got 8-6. Haven, I'm not pushing my money.
Haven,
like
you're in for the
that.
main.
This is what I'm paying.
So we finally get the money counted. We're 3-handed to the turns and rivers. Safe and safe.
Okay, go slow.
River brings a 10 of diamonds and a 9 of clubs. So at the top, I don't have the nuts. I have top 2. And at the bottom, I still have the nuts. But Dad said I'm still good for the side pot. He says I scoop. I got the nuts at the bottom and top 2 at the top. So I scooped my guy Diz. But as for the main pot, Haven had 8-6 as well. So we both have the nuts at the bottom, but my top 2 is good at the top.
By the whites.
I get 3/4. Haven, you on the vlog too. Just on
Yeah, but you think I'm a...
Yeah, you're right. So I get majority of the money. I get all of the side pot and I get 75% of the main. So this worked out pretty good for me. Yeah, he had less. I scooped the side.
Yeah, that's right.
He had 190.
Okay. That's horrible, bro. That's the other 6. I ain't gonna lie. I had 6-3 with 5-6 spades.
Bro, I had spades, man.
I did too.
Yeah, nut spades.
Yeah, but I had nothing at the top, though.
Why would you bet 50?
3, 4,
I was
5,
trying to see
6.
how I was at, and then you showed. I was like, all right.
Well, then why you ain't fold once you saw where you was at?
I got enough spades, then I got 2 pounds.
Hey, ain't nobody got no straight on top.
If that bitch would have hit 7, oh my god.
You need 9 here on the wrong board.
Yeah, that's what's like mother.
So after I got pushed this pot, that was pretty much it. I didn't play any more hands. And if you guys made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I hope you like the shorter, concise version of my videos. If you could though, if you could just like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, please. I need the support. And thank you again.